Chapter 2, Introduction to LEED Rating Systems. In this chapter, we will discuss what is LEED, what are the principles of LEED, or what are the characteristics of LEED, what are the various LEED rating systems, how does LEED rating systems work. We will discuss about US Green Building Council, GBCI and LEED Online. And finally, we will discuss about minimum program requirements of LEED. LEED is an acronym for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. It is an internationally recognized green building rating system developed by US Green Building Council. US Green Building Council is a non-profit organization. LEED is basically an assessment tool which provides a concise framework for identifying and implementing practical and measurable green building design, construction, operation, and maintenance solutions. LEED is a voluntary certification system. US Green Building Council does not enforce any building or development to go for LEED certification. LEED is a consensus-based rating system. It is acceptable to all stakeholders in construction market. LEED rating systems are driven by members. LEED rating systems are developed based on input from large group of members from every section of the market. There are members from contractors, manufacturers, consultants, government agencies, research institutions, developers, etc. LEED is a third-party certification. The project is assessed and certified by an agency not related to the project. LEED is developed based on the triple bottom line, popularly called as people, planet, and profit. LEED certified buildings offer better living conditions for the people. It is created with a social responsibility for the people. LEED certified buildings has lesser environmental impact. It is created with environmental stewardship for the planet. LEED certified buildings has lesser life cycle cost compared to conventional buildings, hence it is profitable to the owner. LEED is developed based on three pillars: people, social responsibility, planet, environmental stewardship, profit, economic prosperity. There are various rating systems within LEED for different building typologies. There are 5 families of LEED rating systems. LEED for BD plus C, that is LEED for building design construction. LEED for ID plus C, that is LEED for interior design construction. LEED for O plus M, that is LEED for operation maintenance. LEED for ND, that is LEED for neighborhood development, and LEED for homes. LEED for building design and construction is applicable for new construction and major renovation of buildings. Now, how to differentiate between minor and major renovations? If the renovation includes building envelope changes or HVAC system changes or major interior changes, it is considered to be a major renovation. So if any one of these three happens, it is considered to be a major renovation. Building envelope is basically the shell of the building which separates interior and exterior of the building, or it separates the conditioned and non-conditioned area of the building. Changes in building envelope and changes in heating, ventilation and air conditioning system significantly impacts the energy consumption of the building. Hence, they are considered to be major renovation. LEED for interior design and construction is applicable for projects where the project scope is limited to interior fit out only. The project will not have any scope on the structure and shell of the building. For example, a retail outlet in a shopping mall is applicable for LEED for interior design and construction. LEED for operation maintenance is applicable for existing buildings or projects which would like to demonstrate their sustainable operation maintenance practices. Projects applying for operation maintenance may undergo improvements or upgrades. LEED for neighborhood development is applicable for land development projects and mixed-use developments. Beijing Olympic Village is an example for neighborhood development. LEED for homes is applicable for residential projects up to 8 habitable stories. Each family of the rating system is then adopted to meet different project typologies. LEED for building design and construction family of rating system has 8 adoptions. LEED for BD plus C new construction, LEED for BD plus C residential, LEED for BD plus C schools, LEED for BD plus C retail, LEED for BD plus C healthcare, LEED for BD plus C data centers, LEED for BD plus C hospitality, and LEED for BD plus C warehouses and distribution centers. LEED for BD plus C core and shell is applicable for projects where the project scope is restricted to core and shell of the building. Core refers to the structure and shell refers to the building envelope. Interior fit-out work of these projects will be done by tenants. Shopping malls are good examples for core and shell building. In shopping malls, the owner's scope is limited to structure, building envelope, and common areas. All interior fit-out work are done by the tenants. As the name itself implies, LEED for BD plus C schools is applicable for schools. It is specifically developed for academic buildings of kindergarten to grade 12 schools. Non-academic buildings of schools, post-secondary and pre-kindergarten buildings of schools may qualify for both LEED for building design and construction, schools and new construction. LEED for building design and construction data centers is applicable for buildings specifically designed for high density computing equipment such as data storage and processing. LEED for building design and construction retail is applicable for retail buildings such as banks, restaurants, apparel, electronics, big box, etc. LEED for building design and construction warehouse and distribution centers is applicable for buildings used to store goods, manufactured products, merchandise, raw materials, etc. LEED for building design and construction hospitality is applicable for buildings such as hotels, motels, inns, which provide transitional or short-term lodging with or without food. LEED for building design and construction healthcare is applicable for inpatient and outpatient healthcare facilities, licensed long-term healthcare facilities, medical offices, assisted living facilities, and medical education research centers. LEED for building design and construction new construction is applicable for office buildings, library, museum, church, and high-rise residential buildings. High-rise residential buildings or residential buildings with 9 or more habitable stories. In theory, LEED for building design and construction new construction is applicable for all new construction and major renovation of buildings, excluding core and shell buildings, school buildings, healthcare facilities, retail buildings, hospitality projects, data centers, warehouses, and distribution centers. LEED for homes family of rating system have two adoptions: LEED for homes and multifamily low-rise, and LEED for homes, multifamily mid-rise. LEED for homes and multifamily low-rise rating system is applicable for single-family housing, that is standalone villas, and low-rise multifamily housing, that is residential apartments up to 3 habitable stories. LEED for homes multifamily mid-rise rating system is applicable for mid-rise residential apartments, that is with 4 to 8 habitable stories. LEED for interior design and construction family of rating system has 3 adoptions, namely LEED for interior design construction commercial interiors, LEED for interior design construction retail, and LEED for interior design construction hospitality. LEED for interior design construction retail is applicable for retail interior projects like banks, restaurants, apparels, electronics, and big box. LEED for interior design and construction hospitality is applicable for interior projects dedicated to hospitality like hotels, motels, inns, or other business areas that provide transitional or short-term lodging with or without food. LEED for interior design construction commercial interiors is applicable for all interior projects excluding retail and hospitality. LEED for operation and maintenance family of rating system has 6 adoptions: LEED for operation maintenance data centers, LEED for operation maintenance warehouse and distribution centers, LEED for operation maintenance hospitality buildings, LEED for operation maintenance schools, LEED for operation maintenance retail, and LEED for operation maintenance existing buildings. To be certified under LEED for operation maintenance, the building may or may not be previously certified as new building. For example, For a school to be certified under LEED for Operation Maintenance Schools, it is not necessary that it was previously certified under LEED for Building Design and Construction Schools. Anyhow, if the school was previously certified as a new building, LEED for Operation Maintenance becomes much easier. LEED for Neighborhood Development family of rating system has two adoptions, namely LEED for Neighborhood Development Plan and LEED for Neighborhood Development Build Project. LEED for Neighborhood Development Plan is applicable for township projects in concept design or master planning or under construction. LEED for Neighborhood Development Build Project is applicable for completed development projects. This table summarizes all 21 LEED rating system adoptions for different project typologies. Selecting an appropriate rating system for a project. Most buildings will fit into a particular rating system. For example, a new school can apply for LEED for Building Design and Construction School. A new shopping complex may apply for LEED for Building Design and Construction Core and Shell. An existing data center may apply for LEED for Operation Maintenance Data Centers. A retail outlet in a shopping complex may apply for LEED for Interior Design and Construction Retail. So many projects can fit into a particular rating system easily. In some projects, especially in mixed-use facilities, there may be a confusion in selecting a rating system. LEED provides guidelines for selecting a rating system in case of confusion. Apply 60-40 rule. That is, select a rating system which is applicable for at least 60% of the floor area, and not to select a rating system which is applicable for less than 40% of the floor area. What happens if the applicable floor area is between 40 to 60%? In this case, project team will decide on the best applicable rating system. How does LEED rating systems work? LEED rating systems are divided into credit categories. Most LEED rating systems except LEED for Neighborhood Development has the following 9 credit categories: integrative process, location and transportation, sustainable sites, water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, materials and resources, indoor environmental quality. These 7 credit categories are called as main credit categories. Innovation and design and regional priority are called as bonus categories. Each of these credit categories has prerequisites and credits. Prerequisites are mandatory requirements that project should comply, and credits are optional requirements. When the project complies with credits, they are awarded with points. For example, under sustainable sites credit category, construction pollution prevention is a prerequisite. All projects should comply with the requirement of construction pollution prevention to be certified. Projects will not be certified if they are not complying with any of the prerequisites in the rating system. Other criteria under sustainable sites like site assessment, site development, open space, rainwater management are credits. When projects comply with the requirements of the credits, they are awarded with points. Finally, projects are certified based on the number of points they have scored. There are 4 levels of certification. If the project scores between 40 to 49, it is LEED certified. If the project scores between 50 to 59, it is LEED silver certified. If the project score 60 to 79, it is LEED gold certified. And finally, if the project scores 80 or above, it is LEED platinum certified. To summarize, LEED rating systems are divided into credit categories. Each credit category has a set of prerequisites and credits. Projects has to satisfy the mandatory prerequisite requirements and they have to earn some points. The project should earn at least 40 points to be certified. Based on the number of points the project has scored, the project may be certified as LEED certified, LEED silver certified, LEED gold certified or LEED platinum certified. How points are allotted to each credit? If you have a closer look to the LEED project scorecard, each credit do not carry equal number of points. For example, site assessment has 1 point, site development protect or restore habitat has 2 points, open space has 1 point, rainwater management has 3 points. So each credit do not carry equal number of points. Points are allotted based on how much the credit supports LEED goals. LEED certified buildings are expected to make a positive impact by reducing contribution to global climate change, by enhancing individual human health, by protecting and restoring water resources, by protecting and enhancing biodiversity and ecosystem, by promoting sustainable and regenerative material cycles, by building a green economy, and by enhancing community quality of life. These LEED goals are called as LEED impact categories, and points are allotted based on how much the credit supports these impact categories. Each impact category has different weightage based on how significant they are. For example, reversing climate change is of more importance as compared to promoting green economy. US Green Building Council have published reference manuals for each family of rating system. Reference manuals are important references for project teams pursuing LEED certification. It is also used as reference for LEED AP specialty exam. It is important to understand the role of US Green Building Council, GBCI and LEED Online in LEED certification process. US Green Building Council is a non-profit organization. LEED rating systems are developed by US Green Building Council. So US Green Building Council is responsible for developing and updating LEED rating systems. US Green Building Council is responsible for publishing reference manuals, and US Green Building Council is responsible for conducting educational programs. GBCI, that is Green Building Certification Institute, is contracted by US Green Building Council to administer professional accreditation and building certification. So LEED Green Associate and LEED AP examinations are administered by GBCI, Green Building Certification Institute, and not by US Green Building Council. Similarly, the building certification is managed by GBCI and not by US Green Building Council. LEED project registration, documentation and certification is done through a website called as leedonline.com. LEED Online is an online tool through which the projects are certified. During the certification process, all LEED project documents are stored in LEED Online. Some points to be remembered about LEED and US Green Building Council. LEED certifies only buildings. Professionals are accredited or they earn LEED credentials. LEED Green Associate, LEED AP and LEED AP Fellow are not LEED certifications, they are LEED credentials. LEED does not endorse or certify any products. Products can only help you to comply with LEED requirements. About membership, individuals cannot become members of US Green Building Council. Only corporates or companies can become members of US Green Building Council. And full-time employees of US Green Building Council member companies can enjoy the membership benefits. US Green Building Council member companies can use US Green Building Council logo in website, business cards and email signatures. The US Green Building Council member logo should not be used in products and packaging. It is possible for a single project or building to earn multiple certifications. For example, a owner of a new core-and-shell building may apply for LEED for building design construction, core-and-shell during the design and construction stage, and the tenants of the same building can apply for LEED for interior design construction. The owner may also apply for LEED for operation maintenance existing buildings after the building is occupied. Minimum program requirements. Minimum program requirements are very basic requirements a project should comply to be eligible for registration for LEED certification. The minimum program requirements are: the project should be located in a permanent location on existing land. This means that any temporary projects like site offices cannot be LEED certified. The project must use reasonable and consistent site or LEED boundaries. In most projects, the property boundary will be equal to the site boundary and hence it will be the LEED boundary as well. This may not be true when the property has multiple buildings constructed at different times. In this project, there are 2 existing buildings and there is a proposed new building. The site area for the new building cannot be the entire property area. The site boundary will be the building footprint plus area affected because of the development. Logically, the construction fence in the site can act as the project boundary and hence the LEED boundary. The project boundary and lead boundary is decided by the project team. The project should comply with minimum size requirements. The minimum size requirements are 1000 square feet for lead for building design and construction, operation maintenance, and 250 square feet for lead for interior design and construction. Lead for neighborhood development projects should have at least 2 habitable buildings and it should not be larger than 1500 acres. To be eligible for lead for homes rating system, the project should be a dwelling unit. The purpose of minimum program requirement is to provide clear guidance to the customers, to reduce the challenges that may arise during the certification process, and to protect the integrity of LEED program. To summarize, for a project to be LEED certified, first, the project should comply with minimum program requirements of the rating system. Second, the project should comply with all the prerequisites of the rating system. And finally, the project should score minimum number of points as required by the rating system. The minimum number of points required for most rating system is 40. In this chapter, we have discussed what is LEED, what are the characteristics and principles of LEED. We discussed various LEED rating systems. We discussed how does LEED rating systems work. We discussed about US Green Building Council, GBCI and LEED Online. And finally, we discussed about the minimum program requirements of LEED. If you have any questions, please ask them in the forum section. We will be happy to answer them.